Hey guys, new hexcasting video here. I was told something a little bit interesting about the way the whatever this thing is called. Um, so basically, if you want to get really high for really cheap, um, you can do a little trickery with Thoth's Gambit because it's cheaper to cast this many times with weaker values than it is to cast it one time with one large value, and you get the exact same result. Like, if I do self and then with a power of, I'm going to do 5, and then we do the launch thingy, that's going to launch me up about 60 blocks. Now in here I have me saved 5 times, and so now we're going to do the Thoth's Gambit thing where we put in parentheses our numbers, our coordinates, but instead of doing 5 we're just going to do 1, and then we're going to do the impulse or whatever this is called, and then we're going to read from this to get our list of me 5 times. Now this is going to be exactly the same effect as a power of 5. It's going to launch me about 60 blocks up in the air, except with a power of 5 that's going to be cost 25 amethyst powder, or I think amethyst powder, but if you do it with a power of 1 5 times, it only costs 5 amethyst powder. And it is really easy to just put larger amounts of your name into the stack. So this one, this focus, I just have 10, so I'm going to launch myself with a power of 10 here, which would normally cost 100 amethyst powder. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this would normally cost 100 amethyst powder to launch me this high, but now it's only going to cost 10. So I only went up 60. Strange. We're going to test something here. Let's see if I do a power of 10. I need myself now, don't I? No, this does launch me only 60. I guess 5 would launch you less than 60. Let's see how far 5 launches you. I do know it's the exact same for the powers of doing it multiple times and not doing it multiple times though. So this is just a lot more survival friendly for powerful launch spells. I wonder if there's a limit to these, because 5 only launched me 60 up to. Huh. Yeah, I don't know exactly how these work, obviously, but I do know if you do a vector of 1, it's barely gonna launch you at all. There might just be a limit to how high you can get launched by these spells though. I don't know, something for someone else to test out if you wanted to. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how launch with power 1 feels. Yeah, that launched me like 6 blocks in the air. Yeah, so that's just a cool thing to keep in mind. Thoth's Gambit can be very good for either powerful spells or cheap spells. If you don't know how Thoth's Gambit works, I'd recommend learning. It's very useful. Bye bye. Okay guys, so I did a little, wrong tab. I did a little bit more testing with the launch spell thingy. It seems the highest you can get from it, just from off ground straight up, is about 60 blocks. I did it with a power of 20, it still only launched me up 60 blocks. And the minimum power you're going to want for that is going to be 4. 3 is going to launch you less than 60, I think like 40 blocks it's going to launch you. And then 4 will launch you about 60 blocks. So if you want to make this into a practical self spell, I would recommend not using higher than power 3, or not using higher than power 4. Yeah, about 40 blocks for power 3, and I'll do power 4 here real quick. I don't know if it works differently on mobs, but at least for self, power 4 is going to be the best result. Anything higher than that is just going to give you the same result for presumably more amethyst. Yeah, see, just right around 60. And then again, the point still stands where if you just, it's cheaper to have a list of 4 selves and then use Thoth's Gambit. That's only going to use 4 amethyst powder as opposed to 16 amethyst powder. So it'd still be nice to make one of these, and because you only need 4 of yourselves, it might be practical to just put it into one into one trinket and not even need a focus for that too. Yeah, so bye bye.